What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? You're rocking with Moochie and the Socials Views. So hit the hammer because she came through. Trying to get back in the swing of things. We're gonna be talking about a couple of things today tonight. And I am Moochie, and this is Moochilla's Reviews. So let's get into it, y'all. Put me up in that algorithm and holla at your girl. So we done had a lot of things happen within the past couple of days where I was saying, I want to get on here and talk about stuff. I want to get on here and talk about stuff. And today I'm actually able to do so. Now, what in the world is going on? That's what I've been saying now. Like, we're going to be in for a tough 4 years, y'all. So buckle up and get ready. Let's see how it goes. Now, I know y'all, hey, Faith. Hey, West Coast, how you doing out there in the West Coast? Is everything all right with you? I'm hearing now is there's fires now in San Diego. Prayers go out to everybody in Cali, y'all. This is crazy. Hey, Rashandria, Faith. All right. Yeah, so y'all come on through so we could talk about it. Now, I don't know. Y'all seen what was going on with Busta Rhymes and Method Man? So let's start with that first. They basically both of them allegedly is putting their hands where others eyes see. So they putting hands on people. They saying allegedly it was with Method Man. They was even trying to go as far as saying that he was arrested. I don't even think that mugshot is real. Um, I think that was some type of Photoshop thing. But they were saying that, hey, I do. I got you, Detroit. I didn't think you was, I thought you wasn't gonna be around, man. Yeah, so we gonna talk about it. But I'm just it's just like I feel like everything's upside down now. This is crazy. I'm disappointed in a lot of people I shouldn't have been putting, like these people don't care about us. They care about one thing and one thing only, but I'm gonna get to that too. I'm trying to basically hope. Oh yeah, he came up real fast. What up, Detroit?
What's good? You hear me?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
look,
Yeah. Okay.
what's going on? The top is trending topics, and it's
Okay.
what in the world is going on. I think we're gonna be in for a crazy, a crazy 4 years,
Oh my God.
and
Yeah.
we got to see what's going on with this. But let's
Hmm.
start with Buster Rhymes and Method Man putting their hands where others' eyes see. Okay,
I would have did the same thing if it was my girl, my baby girl.
I get it. So we're gonna start with that. Look, like I said, Method Man and putting their eyes where others see. So
hmm
I don't think. What did you think about the mugshot? Because I don't think
I
it's real.
think that's fake. It don't even look real.
It don't. It don't. It looked like it might have been one of his pictures that he's taken at the gym. And
Uh-huh.
if it was, and if that did happen, I think that was just from, like, how you wear glasses, and if you get into a scuffle and you got glasses on,
hmm
stuff like that could happen. So I didn't see it as him looking coming out on the losing, and I'll say it like that.
I'm just like if Method Man, which he didn't, if he would have got beat up, why the ex-boyfriend is pressing charges then? You normally press charges if you I mean I don't know, this is just me. I wouldn't press charges on nobody if I beat the person up. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking that my man put the brakes on him.
Unless it was like the person pressed charges on them and they pressed charges on each other and then they canceled each other out. That could have happened.
Yeah, that could, but I don't. Method Man is like a good 6'4", in great shape, and he known for putting hands on when he needs to do it. So I don't think that was gonna happen. I don't know.
You know what why mess with someone? I don't know why he walked into that gym. He should have did a about face when he saw Method Man.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. I'm gonna be honest. Hey, Mooch, I'm gonna be honest. If Method Man ain't gonna get you, somebody in Wu Tang gonna get you. Them dudes in Wu Tang is too deep to be messing with, man. And they still deep. So I don't want no smoke with them.
Exactly.
I don't want no smoke with them dudes from the Wu Tang.
Yeah. So what I was gonna say is his daughter. Let me just go into this right now. Um, his allegedly Method Man repeatedly. So they said he took him out seven. He basically put hands on him 7 times. So I guess he was fist to face. I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
So they said with a closed fist, and it says Sequoia repeatedly refused medical attention after the incident, and Method Man was not arrested. However, a complaint was filed with NYPD, and this had took place in Staten Island Gym in a Crunch Staten Island Gym. That's where it took place at.
That's his
So
home
I
right there too.
exactly, and I what I what was crazy to me about this whole entire thing is that they say that guy has been stalking his daughter, and now she is also a rapper too, his daughter
Mm-hmm.
Cheyenne, and not her pen game is sick, y'all. I don't know if y'all heard it. She got a
She dope.
Instagram. Y'all go up there and listen to her. She's dope. Um, I don't see anything wrong with this. I look, if he did, he did. It's a legend. I don't, that's he loves his family. You know how he
Right.
is.
Me personally, what's wrong with him defending his daughter? If somebody doing that to your son, I mean, I know Moose, you don't play about your son, but somebody was in the chat, somebody do that to your daughter or even your son, you gonna ready to put hands on them. It's
Exactly.
nothing wrong with that. I don't understand what the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion, though, man. We got to get back to the basis of I'm talking about, man. Don't be letting nobody treat your doggone daughter like that. If she
No,
call
and
you
that's
and stuff like that, you better do something about it.
what would make him think that he would do something like that and it wouldn't be consequences and repercussions. That's my question.
I don't know. I wouldn't mess with Method Man, bro. I mean, look, this woman. This woman is. I mean, his daughter is beautiful, man.
So um so I don't think we're gonna hear anything else about it. I think it basically was nipped in the bud. Hey Inga, hey Demarcus, what's up West Coast? What's up Candy Love? Monique, I've been trying to get at you. So
Yeah,
yeah. So and I didn't even this was a spur of the moment thing. I didn't only reason why I'm going live is because at 8 o'clock. Remember, we talked about the watch party. If you have not joined the Discord, please go to the Discord, join it. We going live. We doing the watch party at 8 o'clock, and we'll be talking about concussion. So please scroll up to the top, hit that like button, and let's talk about it tonight. So the next thing is Busta Rhymes. This is his
oh my
assistant.
God.
What you want to start with this?
Yeah, Busta Rhymes got anger problems, man. I know if y'all have been following his career, this ain't the first time, man.
Mm-mm.
What's wrong with him, man? What's wrong with him? I'm just asking, like he don't really do. In my opinion, he don't. You don't do stuff like this, man. If anything, just fire him and let him go, and just let him go. That's what I would do. Just fire him. Just let the man go.
Well, how
Be
long was he really on the phone?
I don't
Like where
know.
he had to put hands on him, and he's sticking with his thing. He's about to get hit in his pockets, Buster, with this. He's gonna have to pay a hefty price for putting his hands on this person.
He is though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not trying to. I'm a Busta Rhymes fan. I got majority of his albums. To be honest with you, like when he was in his down, when he was up, when he down, when he came back, when he was with Dr. Dre. I got Busta albums. He's I think he's 50 now. If I'm Busta Rhymes, man, I wouldn't even be bothered with music like that, man. His gift is acting. The man really. If I don't know if y'all can remember, Busta Rhymes can act. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand why he stopped acting to be a rapper. That's your bread and butter right there. It's acting.
Okay, so I got this article from Radar Online. Let me share my screen. Okay, so it says Busta Rhymes has been accused of assaulting his assistant. And it says the break your neck rapper was why would they put that, like they just looking for, like, you hear the verbiage that they're using? Wow. Was charged with 3 counts of assault after he allegedly put paws on his assistant for being on
Mm.
the phone too much during work. Now, what if he was handling his business? After all, he is his assistant, Detroit.
Yeah, he might have been handling his business, man. You know what I mean? Busta Rhymes, why you do that, man, like that? Now you about to pay probably like about $3 million to that man because he definitely about to sue you, man.
Mm-hmm. So
He gonna say
police
he's gonna say his back is injured and everything. Busta Rhymes, you in trouble, man.
so police says Grimes, whose real name is Trevor Tahim Smith Jr., basically put paws on his 50-year-old assistant, Deshelle Gables, in the face
Damn.
multiple times, causing swelling in his left eye. So, like, he's swolled up now, Detroit.
Oh yeah, yeah. He gonna have a bad month. He can't even go outside and show his face right now
You
because
know,
of
he probably
Buster.
got shades on where, like,
Mm.
where they be like, if they're in court, they'll be like, please instruct your client to remove his sunglasses.
Yeah, he gonna take his glasses off, crying. He gonna be looking like my man on Friday, man. When Devo Brook, um, he gonna cry in the car, man.
Oh yeah, he definitely gonna cry in the car. He gonna cry in the car, but he gonna be laughing all the way to the bank though.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. I look, I wanna know what made him so mad where he lost it like that.
I don't know.
He must have walked in his office like, you on the phone again? What? And then,
Them drugs will do it to you, though, man.
and he on the phone, and then he just was like,
No delaying of what you saying, yo.
I'm just saying, like, what happened?
That nigga beat the brakes down on him, man. God dang.
No delaying of what you saying, yo.
What you gonna make him cry in the car, man? Yo, that nigga Busta Rhymes is a terrorist, man. Why you do that to that man, bro?
This sound like some Ike Turner stuff. I'm just saying, like, yo, what made you that mad? You
Ah,
know,
my
not for
God.
nothing, Detroit. A lot of people is under pressure right now with this Diddy thing going on.
Could it be?
So
Could Busta Rhymes be on them tapes?
could it be? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, Busta Rhymes, please don't be on no tapes, man. By the way, I don't know what me and Moochie Inc. or whoever we supposed to be covering that too, because I got something to say about that documentary, man. Honestly,
Oh, we get into that. We're gonna get to it.
okay.
It's just like that. The first day I went live, I did weights and physical therapy, and I was so sore the next day. So I gotta work myself back into this, but
Uh,
I'm getting there.
I know you was, but that documentary is. I mean, I learned some new stuff to that, bro. But man, bro. I ain't gonna. We'll talk about that when we get to it. Like
Yeah,
Jesus
we gotta
Christ.
cross that bridge when we get to it. So you think it's the cocoa?
Yeah, that man on to some type of drugs, man.
Well, let me find out he messing with 2C2.
Dang.
I don't know though. Allegedly.
Especially.
So now look. Now yesterday was the inauguration, right?
Oh Lord.
So where we starting with and who we starting with?
Oh man, we gotta start with
We gonna start on this on what you see. We gonna start with one of these. These are the people that participated at this. And what are your thoughts about it? I'm gonna say I'm gonna let you start off with this one first.
Okay. I'm gonna lead off saying like this. Neither me or Moochie have voted for Trump. I didn't vote for Trump or Kamala Harris, but you know what I mean. So I don't have like in my Moochie voice and Inga. I don't know these people, and I don't have no dog in the race. So this is my opinion. Me personally, I'm not about to cancel Snoop. I don't care really much about Rick Ross, but I don't think he should be canceled. Soldier Boy, I mean, he don't need to be canceled, and Nelly don't be supposed to be canceled because if they gonna be canceled, I mean, I hate to say this, but Barack Obama was talking to Trump. I mean, he went to the inauguration, right? Joe Biden did. They don't have to go.
And that's where I'm at with it now. The world is a stage, and they all showing you that both sides is working together to me. So try not to get y'all feelings involved in these people and what they do and how they come about. But Snoop, come on, man. You just did the Olympics last year. You mean to tell me you needed that money wasn't enough? Like you couldn't, all money ain't good money. You mean to tell me you couldn't leave that on the table, Snoop?
Right.
That's with him. With Nelly, I understand he has a fading career, and he's basically an old school artist. Okay, he's an old school artist. I got you, Mama. I was trying to do the doorbell, but I don't know. So for some reason, my sounds is not working. Hey, boo.
Y'all had me cracking up. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's good?
I wanted to just. Oh, I'm sorry.
To chime in before y'all went too deep because y'all had me cracking up. Detroit, you not giving no grace to Busta though. You talking about, he on some stuff. My thing is just real quick, and we'll move on. My thing is Busta hasn't really been involved in no type of mess in a long time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he ain't been bothering nobody for years. So I feel like for him to do this, it had to be something bad. That's how I feel. I want to give him a little bit of benefit of the doubt. That's all.
Oh, I'm just saying, like for Busta, like he should not be rapping no more. I think this is my opinion. I think his this is the second half of his career with third actually because he's been around a long time. I think he should stay with acting. This man can act. I don't understand why he don't do this.
I was in the comments. I said you're absolutely right. I'm surprised that he walked away from his acting career years ago because I feel like he was kind of on the up and up. You know what I mean? Like
I agree.
I'm disappointed that he walked away from that. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say about Busta.
Yeah, he did produce a movie himself where I thought it was good.
Yeah.
So I felt like he could do pretty good. I'm surprised we ain't seen him on Power or any of 50 shows yet, to be honest.
Me too. Yeah, me too. I'm surprised. Me too.
I actually think he'd kill he'd be good for a period piece TV show. If you ask me.
I agree. But my bad. That's it. I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt. You can definitely go back to the.
All right, so we going forward to cancel this whole inauguration thing. Now, DeMarcus brings up a good point. Okay, and KIM, let me go to her comment before. She said these people are millionaires. They are Republicans. They've been rich for a while. they way out of touch.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. They're not for the people anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Can
So
I
now,
say something though?
I was
To like,
gonna ask you this question
oh,
before we
okay.
move to this. Do y'all remember when he got elected the last time at Chrisette Michelle? She's from New York. She
She got
she
canceled.
had his inauguration and they basically canceled her career.
It was pretty bad. Yeah, black people
Horrible.
really turned against her in a really nasty way.
So
Mhm.
do you feel like they should get the same treatment that she got?
Theoretically, if we're just trying to be fair, yes. Will it happen? Absolutely no. And I just wanted to state my opinion because y'all had said some stuff earlier about it, so I just wanted to counter. So I feel like Detroit, I kind of have to go against what you're saying, brother. And
Okay.
Charlemagne, actually, they're ripping Charlemagne to shreds right now on the blogs and social media because to me, he made a very, I don't want to name call, but he made a very incorrect comparison this morning on the Breakfast Club. And he was basically saying that within cancel culture is a double standard because in one breath we're saying that we should cancel Snoop, Nelly, etc. But he tried to name Obama and Biden, and I have a lot of people went in on Charlemagne for the simple fact, and to me, it's it's not to insult anybody, but I feel like it's pretty obvious. Obama and Biden have a professional obligation to be there. They have no choice to be there. When they had to go to Jimmy Carter's funeral, they had to go. Seeing Orange Face get sworn in, they have a professional obligation to be there. That is, and in doing that, if he has conversation, if he has pleasantries, that's par for the course. Obama has had to be professionally cordial for many years, even when Trump was disrespecting him. That's par for the course when it comes to politics. That is completely different than black rappers going to support a president who has wreaked havoc on the community and to go basically for pay. Now, to y'all's point, I'm actually more so out of everybody, I'm the most disappointed in Snoop because I'm like, Snoop, you didn't need the money. Nelly, you're more desperate, my
Yep.
friend. You're more desperate. But Snoop, you didn't need those coins. And then on an integrity standpoint, don't get me wrong, we are humans and we can change our minds. And I get that Snoop was vocal against Trump's, 6-7 years ago, and things can change. But from an integrity standpoint, I feel like Snoop never spoke in favor of Trump. So it was very left field for him to be there. I expected more from Snoop. Nelly, you're desperate for the money. You need the money. You just had a newborn baby with Ashanti. However, Nelly still messed up in my opinion because Nelly doesn't have the same career as Snoop, meaning no matter how we feel, Snoop Dogg will never be canceled. I'll tell you why. Too many black people love Snoop, and he's a crossover person. The white people love him, the black people love him. Everybody loves Snoop. Snoop will never be canceled. Nelly does not have that same caliber as Snoop Dogg. So to me, Nelly was stupid. You took the money, and to me, Nelly runs a bigger risk of being canceled. That's it. That's all. I just want to touch on the Charlemagne thing. I just don't think it's fair to compare what Obama has to do as an obligation versus Rick Ross, and it's not the same. You can't. It's apples and oranges.
All right, Moochie. Can I at least get a rebuttal? Like at
Yeah, go
least
ahead.
about 2 minutes. Oh, okay. I don't know nothing about Nelly being broke. I don't know. I don't know him. I don't think he broke, but I don't want to count the man's pockets. Let me ask y'all, Moochie and Monique. Monique, you said that Barack Obama and President Biden, ex-president, and Kamala had to be there.
Well, let me
George
just
W.
clarify because I am a entertainment journalist. I'm in the industry. I did not say Nelly. If I did say it, I didn't mean he's broke because obviously he got more money than I do. I just mean if we're comparing him to a Snoop Dogg and a Rick Ross, I think it's pretty obvious that Snoop Dogg's pockets are much deeper than Nelly's. That's what I mean.
For sure. It's not even. I agree with you. Okay, I agree with you.
I just
on
have
that.
to cover myself because I don't want nothing to ever get back on me. I didn't mean
Oh.
he's broke. I just meant, he ain't
No,
Snoop.
I wasn't saying you was people. It was some people in the comments that probably was saying it too.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying you. I know you didn't say that. I'm not gonna put that on you. But Barack Obama George W. Bush, his wife, Michelle Obama didn't go. You don't got to go to the inauguration, right? They didn't go. When Donald Trump, when he lost against Joe Biden, was he there? No. You know why he wasn't there? Because he was sitting there saying that he was cheated from vote. They didn't have to go. I don't want no excuses for people saying that Barack Obama and the former President Biden or whatever, and VP Kamala Harris. I don't really rock with Kamala Harris, but I'm gonna put some respect on her name because she was a vice president. I don't do that to people, but she didn't have to go. This man dogged her. He dogged Joe Biden. He talked about Barack Obama, saying that this man was a. I can't say it on here because YouTube, but the T word. He said that in his whole campaign. And you mean to tell me this man, you went to his inauguration and he said all them mean things about him? Man, I ain't trying to hear none of that. No, they didn't have to go. Shout out to President Bush for not going. Shout out for Dick Cheney for not going. Was he there? No.
Well, what about Soldier Boy? Nobody wants to mention him. I know he needed the money. You can't tell me he don't.
He definitely need the money.
It's just it's sad that like we even though we shouldn't look to these people to represent us like this, but this is what they do. They put these entertainers instead of real people that are for our needs, for our legal needs and things of that nature. Because this is like
Mike
they just
Tyson was there too.
took a check and that's that with that.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson was there?
Yeah, he was
there.
He
needs money too. That's why he did that
fight
a couple of months ago.
I think the three of us do agree that we are not for cancel culture, especially within the Black community. Excuse me, as far as us canceling each other. Now that I do agree with, even though I'm very disappointed in some of these men on the screen, I'm not I'm not going to I'm not doing it because what does that do for us? It really does nothing for us. And it really actually just distracts us from the bigger issues that are at hand. You know what I'm saying? So I have my opinions, but it's not enough for me to get so emotional about it. Again, I have my opinions, I have my feelings, but I don't, unless it's something of an egregious act, y'all can follow what I'm saying. Unless a person has committed an egregious act, wink, wink. Unless it's that, I don't agree
like
with
R. Kelly and Diddy.
Correct. I don't, aside from those type of things, I don't agree with Black people canceling Black people. I just don't. Just for me. I
agree with you on that.
We should be the first ones to jump. I just don't. That's just not, that's how I feel. I think we
shouldn't care though, Monique. We shouldn't care what these celebrities do. I don't think we should not care. These people not paying our bills and nothing like that. They go do what they want to do. And I'm not trying to put the cape on for Snoop, because if people want to slander him, they're gonna do it. But I think it was a play because his man's Harry O got out and Trump got Harry O out. So I think he doing a favor for his man's Harry O. In my opinion, I could be wrong.
No, I don't. I mean, I think that was valid. I don't put it past.
Well, let me ask y'all this. Do you think that they was at the Diddy parties and that's why they doing this because they know stuff is getting ready to come out?
Well, I want us to clarify because a lot of this gets said. We all know going to a Diddy party was par for the course. It was a Hollywood scene. There was no issue. It was who was at the after party. All the years that Nelly and Snoop been in the game, I ain't saying I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if they were ever invited to an after, especially Nelly. No.
It's pictures with him. I'm just saying.
But I'm gonna say this my bad for cutting you off, Monique. But one thing Monique has said, me and Monique don't agree on a lot, but I'm gonna give Monique this though. It's a different from going to a party from the after. Everybody that been to a Diddy party.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But have they been to the party when they was doing that type of stuff? Not everybody was there.
But I'm saying, as for me, I know for me as a blogger and stuff, I'm not, when I do this coverage, I'm no longer going to say, oh, did you go to a Diddy party? I'm going to make sure I say, did you go to the Diddy after party? Because that That, and I watched the documentary, so we can talk offline. I would love to, chop it
Oh,
up
for
with you
sure.
about that. I watched it twice, so I have an interesting take that y'all probably would be surprised by. But yeah, that's
Oh,
a good question, Moochie.
can I say one thing, Moose, before you go to another thing?
Mhm.
I'm not trying to be funny and not trying to dog nobody, but Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Beyonce, they should have never been campaigning for Kamala Harris neither though. Like these celebrities got to stay away from politics, man. Like
But it's been
especially
that way for a
Megan,
long
she shouldn't have
time.
been. Like I'm not mad at with Beyonce. Beyonce said what she said and got out the way. But
Mhm.
Megan was sitting there twerking and stuff. This is serious. She was sitting there twerking and stuff. Like no disrespect to.
She
I know
just
people.
made everything look bad with
She
that.
did. She
Yeah,
made
I didn't like
everything
it either. I didn't like it either. And I'm a Megan fan. I did not like it. I thought it was just not appropriate.
because people playing with people. Like I mean, I don't take politics serious no more. But it's some people that really take politics really serious. And politics is not a damn game. This is serious business. Sometimes I hate to say this, but politics do hurt mess with some people pockets. So
It
you sitting there
does.
twerking
Yeah.
and doing stuff like that. This is not a game. This is really serious business right here.
And can I add something, y'all, before we move on, just about these fellas, and then just the celebrities that do support Trump behind the closed doors? We have to remember that even though they're black, and it's very hurtful, even though they're black, and you want to believe that they're going to lead with being black first, we have to also remember that these people are not average civilians. They are in the league of a Donald Trump. Some of them are in the same tax bracket as a Donald Trump. And there are some of these celebrities that are going to follow suit with what benefits them. And for rich, powerful men in the same tax bracket as Donald Trump, guess what? As erratic as his policies are, some of them benefit them. You know what I'm saying? So you can call it sellout if you want,
Mm-hmm.
to each their own. It does rub me the wrong way because I feel like no matter what your tax bracket is, you're black at the end of the day. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And even though you're not an average civilian and some of his stuff is not going to affect you, you're still black. That's how I feel. But I have to
I
remember.
believe that you're talking to celebrities now at this point.
Oh, celebrities. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They
what
feel
I'm
like
saying.
they can't relate to the average working person like ourselves.
Exactly.
So they're already in his tax bracket. They're going to reap all of the benefits that Trump is going to give to these billionaires, and they're going to do what works for them.
That's what I'm saying.
As far as canceling them, I don't feel like it's right because
We doing too
I don't
much.
agree with they said, but I just I don't like what they did, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it alone like that.
Can I ask y'all a question? Do you feel like as the black community, sometimes we're too nice, even though I know we're not, we can be very mean to each other, but on the flip side,
I feel like they should be canceled just like Rosette Michelle was in a way.
I agree, but I was gonna say white people, they be quick to cancel each other. Look how they did Pierce Morgan, how they did Tommy Lauren, the face. She was once the face of Fox News. Look at a lot of these major players. Once they do stuff, they get rid of them. And it's just like, are we wrong? And this is just food for thought. I don't have the answer. It's just food for thought. I'm just like,
if
it
we
was
gonna
them,
cancel, if he
I'm
gonna,
not
my
saying
bad
we
for cutting
should.
you.
Yeah,
If
I'm
we,
not saying we should. I'm just posing an idea. Like, are we being too soft on Snoop? Especially Snoop. Like, I think out of all these men up here, I think most people had more respect and thought Snoop was more relatable in a sense and kind of had the black community's back more than all these other men. So I think Snoop really did kind of hurt some people, but I don't know. Just a thought.
me personally, if you're gonna cancel Snoop, Nelly, Rick Ross, or whoever, you need to cancel Jeff Bezos. You need to don't go on his app no more.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Don't
There
go
you go. It's
on
like
Yeah, that's true.
don't go on X no
Pong.
more.
Like a ping
Don't
pong
go on
game.
Facebook
good
no more.
point.
IG because they was there. They was there.
That's true.
So
You're right.
how you
And
gonna
they're
cancel your
supporting
own
him.
people? How you gonna cancel your own people? But you sitting there, DL Hugh, you sitting on this man's app, the dude that on Facebook and
Yeah,
IG, and he was there.
you're
So
right.
you trying to cancel your own, talk about your own people, but you ain't gonna do. But you sit on this man's app complaining and making him billions of dollars.
Exactly. I agree. That's why I said I don't believe in canceling our own unless it's, egregious acts. But yeah, I
Now
agree.
my question to y'all, I got a question for y'all about this. Because they did all of this, to me, this could have all been prevented because I don't understand how a felon is not able to vote, but run for president. So they let this happen. They could have stopped this if they wanted to because they knew Donald Trump was a convicted felon. I'm not understanding how they let a convicted felon run for president and win. But this is what they wanted. And that's how I feel about it. Like it's, how can I say? They all working together. That's it. They all working together.
I think
Democrats, Republicans. It's we're just, they're
But
all
yes,
working together.
you guys, but when it's such a big entity like the government and stuff, like I feel like there's a pocket of officials who are working together. I think there's a pocket of officials who secretly play both sides, and then I do think there's a pocket of officials who are strictly Democrat and strictly Republican. I think it's all of that combined. And I don't know how they allow, I feel like they basically created the monster of Donald Trump. And because it started even from 2016, like even his first campaign, the things that he was saying, the things that he was doing were so radical and outrageous. It's just kind of like, I think a lot of us were like, that's why a lot of people didn't think he was going to win the first time, because they were like, oh, there's no way the powers that be are going to let him rule. You know what I'm saying? And now it's 2025 and he's a full-blown monster. And I'm just trying to figure out how
got the devil with him.
Yeah, and how do you tackle a monster? I really don't know. Like once you create the monster, once you create not Godzilla, once you create the Hulk and the monster, what do you do? Once you created Frankenstein, like what do you? I don't know. I don't have the answer. It's just like I don't know. There's someone playing both sides. There's people who are really corrupt. That's all I'm saying.
Let me say one thing on y'all for real. Like me personally, I'm an independent, but I was always Democrat. You know what I mean? Like my mother was a Democrat. My father, he was more like what 50 Cent say out of politics, but more independent. Uncle Republican. So I always voted for Democrat. I even voted for Hillary Clinton, but I started to see some things that, you know what I mean, that made me realize that the Democrats is a bunch of BS. And I'm not trusting them because they don't do what they say they're gonna do. Democrats. I'm talking about Democrats. You see, as much as I don't rock with Trump, I think he's a bozo. But I'm not mad at some of the things he's about to do. But I think he's a bozo because. But one thing he do, when he say he gonna do something, he gonna do it. When the Democrats said they was gonna do something, they didn't do nothing. Like, what's stopping y'all for doing something? Like, I got to give Barack Obama some type of credit. When he said he was gonna do healthcare, the man did that. And his own party didn't like what he was doing. And then he kind of toned down. They toned him down in his second term. But his first term, when he said he was gonna sign something, he did it. So I gotta give him credit. I'm calling it down the middle, but Joe Biden and Kamala Harris didn't do anything.
Like they just let the world go to ish. They 4 years in there.
Exactly.
It's like they didn't try to stop anything, but you got to remember they did not control the house.
Yeah, so I'm like, we got to remember that.
A lot of people don't understand how politics really go, and that's how the public sees it. Oh, they didn't do nothing, but it's not like always the case. Hands were tied.
Yeah,
but their hands were tied, but only on certain. I would agree with you on Moochie, but only certain groups. Like we don't have I think black people. I think us black as a woman, y'all woman and man, we go through the most stuff in this world. I don't care what nobody say. Nobody can convince me. No other group. But what Joe Biden do? He gave a hate crime bill to that I'm not, because YouTube be crying all the time. But he did a hate crime bill for that. And what about us?
Yeah, and that's what keeps happening constantly.
It does.
They come and ask for the votes, and then they do nothing to help.
Exactly. So when the lady, help me out, Moni, the lady that got deleted in Texas, that bothered me too. I still think about that day when she was
Wait, the older woman that was
No, the woman that got in Texas, the older woman that was in the car, and the police officer did what they did. I forgot that.
Sandra Bland?
Yes,
Sandra?
they didn't do nothing about that. That's a hate crime bill towards a woman.
Right.
Should no woman have to be going through that? I know guys sometimes, I don't know what's going on in this world. I think guys always talking about when you defend a woman, you got to be no simp. No, ain't no simping.
Oh my
When
gosh! I don't know who thinks that. That's scary.
Yeah, because these guys out here, they act like they never been raised by their
Yeah,
mother. Because if somebody, I'm gonna just put it like this: somebody put their hands on my mother or my sister, we gonna have a problem.
I know.
You know
That's
what I
why I need
mean?
some of the old heads to kind of. I need the old heads to really counsel some of these new guys because this new generation of men is very scary. Detroit is very
scary. Because that woman didn't deserve what nobody deserved it. Then with the George Floyd thing, nothing happened with that. They can say what they want to do with them guys that end up going to jail or whatever, going to prison, but nothing happened. Like
No,
we
not
always,
really.
we've been voting. Before I was even born, people been voting Democrat for a very long time. They
right.
begging for votes, but now when we as black people, we ask for a hate crime bill. This man can't even do it. You giving money to Ukrainians for $40 billion, and people out here in New York and Atlanta and Oakland, California, and Detroit is out here starving for money.
Yeah.
And we can't even get, nobody can get that type of help. I ain't trying to hear none what they saying. They will never get my vote.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you, man. Like I'm starting to see things, differently too as I get older. It's just if I think about it too much, I will get upset because I feel like no matter what we do, black people were always gonna get the short end of the stick, and I just don't see it changing. Like I know, obviously we've come a long way, but it's just still like we always gonna get the short end of the stick.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing that, man. I'm tired of riding around and looking at people that's homeless. Granted, some people are homeless off drugs. Some people always think drugs is a reason why people are homeless. No, you do know with some doctors, lawyers that was homeless, that was on drugs and stuff like that. They don't have no type of programs for these people for they can help them. But they sitting there giving all these foreigners all this money, and
Yeah.
then when every 4 years they always come into the black neighborhoods and churches and stuff begging for the votes. No, you can't get my vote.
Okay. So
I'm just
now
being honest.
I'm looking at DeMarcus' comment, and he says, "Did y'all bash rappers when they used Donald Trump's name in their videos back in the day?" They used his names in the videos. I didn't really bash him like that, but I didn't really mess with Donald Trump like that from the Central. Once the thing happened back in the day with the Central Park, and he took out that ad in the paper, I knew stuff about him from earlier, and he's I knew things that he's done before all of this. So why they was following him, I don't know. But you got to remember, they was using his places like the hotels and stuff like that, and that's when he was bubbling in Atlantic City too, so they probably was using those resorts and stuff like that too. It's
and back then a lot of black rappers also had to depend on status, and I feel like I'm not saying it's right, it's just that's kind of how it was back then. I mean, come on, Quincy Jones put Donald Trump in an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the first 2 seasons. I mean, it's just it was what it was culturally. I'm not saying it's right, but
yeah. Hey, Mooch, you got 2 donations.
Things were different. He wasn't as egregious then as he is today, too. We have to remember that, because if he was, all them black folks, I would hope, wouldn't have went on Celebrity Apprentice. I mean, everybody was on Celebrity Apprentice.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna lie, I used to watch that show.
And I used to, it was good. Me and my parents used to watch the regular Apprentice and then definitely the Celebrity, because he had great celebrities come on there. It was entertaining. And that's really why he should have stayed as an entertainer and a reality star. He was great in that category.
All right, I've got a super chat. 1-1.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Got money. Yeah.
All right, girls, get up. Y'all know what that means. There's money upstairs. Come on.
Hey, thank you, Miss K, for the super chat. The Senate is in real control. Definitely, that's what I explained earlier. So a lot of things they it looks like the Democrats didn't do anything, but their hands was tied at the moment, and this was intentionally done to get him back in there. He was tweeting stuff when they was voting on things. Y'all hold the line and all of this other stuff. So it is what it is.
Money, girl.
Thank you, Inga. Woo. Okay, so now look, I'm just gonna show the picture, and I want to know y'all opinions on this. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Yo, what?
You gonna start off, Detroit?
This is fair use, by the way, you two. I know how y'all be bugging, bro. Like me, I really don't like the hard hats, as they call them. They defended this man, so I'm not about to sit there and put the cape on for him. They defend. They said this Elon Musk didn't mean no harm, but but they gave Kyrie Irving hell for a book.
Exactly. So, it's double. They pick and choose what to be angry.
Yeah.
Good
now,
point.
He's not getting any he's not getting the backlash that he got. CNN really sugarcoated it to me.
Yeah.
And then they wonder why people don't want to watch them no more.
Yep. You know what it is, Monique and Moochie is this man is the richest, one of the richest. If he ain't the richest man in the world, all he got to, if he can get him about maybe like $40 million, it's all about money. Sorry, but that's what it is. This man is rich and got power. All he got to do is give him money and they'll shut up. That's what they do. If Kanye would have gave them money, right? They'd have took him on a apology campaign and everything like that. He wouldn't be canceled today. He would have his Adidas deal and everything. I guarantee. I'm telling you, that's what would have happened.
I say, when people show you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
Just believe them. I left that site that he owns. I'm not over there because it was too much race baiting going on.
Mm-hmm.
Where it seems like they want us to go back and forth with each other, and I don't want that type of energy.
What talking about Twitter?
Yeah,
whatever the hell.
Whatever they call it.
I know Moochie kind of, she called it out a long time ago. So I want to ask both of y'all, timeline wise, how long y'all think until Trump and Elon Musk gonna be going head to head and kind of, a power struggle between them?
Well, it already happened the first
it's
time.
Already, slowly it's happening, but I'm talking about full blown, like enemy level. Like I wonder how long.
I think he's gonna do like he does with everybody. He's gonna be firing people like how he was last term when he was in there. He already fired Pastrami. He fired that guy before he even before the inauguration. He didn't even make it that far.
Talking about the Indian guy, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. He up out of there early. I think I get Elon Musk all the way into June, and I'm actually being nice by saying that. So I say June.
My book.
Okay. June.
Yeah, June. Okay. And I'm actually being nice with that, but I'm gonna give him June.
What you say, Mom?
That's 5 months. That's 5 months. That's 5 months.
In the chat, y'all let me know how long y'all give him.
You got another super chat, Moochie, from DeMarcus.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, DeMarcus. I'm trying to have a good conversation. I'm trying to let's talk about.
Bill Gates and 50 Cent is Bill Gates and 50 Cent is the same person because they both remain neutral. They didn't endorse nobody, and that's the way to be. That's the way to be. Like, okay, if you ask me, because you can't get when you endorse one party, you can't get nothing done. But when you remain neutral, you can get things done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
that's true. That's how you play the long game.
Yeah.
Alicia K says Black people get the short end of the stick because we have no unity as a people. We let Nike play Kyrie and did nothing. Same thing with Kaepernick. This is true.
That's true.
This is true because people still was rocking with the NFL after that.
Yeah.
And that's, we all can never be on one accord. And I hope with this year coming, with the stuff that we are about to be subjected to, on one accord eventually. I really do. With that said, keep in mind, look, we getting ready to do this watch party thing. That's why I wanted to come on here. This was from when we talked about last week the Aaron Hernandez thing. We started talking about CTE, and we started talking about the movie Concussion, where we got to the point where we're going to have a watch party and chat about it while we watch it. So we getting ready to go to there. If you haven't joined the Discord, please join and click on my link, and then we'll go to we'll do the watch party thing. So I just wanted to come up here for a little while just to chop it up with y'all and and talk about the current events. Hopefully I'll be coming back with some more current events.
Shoot, this actually could be a part 2, to be honest, because there's a lot of things to unpack about this.
Yeah,
We just
we
ain't
didn't
got
even
enough
talk
time.
about TikTok, and I really want to dive into that at some point with you guys, because it's more to it than I initially thought, and I'm a little
Let me ask y'all a question before y'all, because I know Moochie got to go. But if I'm gonna say this though, I'm not mad at what Donald Trump is doing with that, because, bro, you're gonna have to spend, if you gonna like, the U.S. got to get some type of money from that. You just can't be bringing no apps from another country and ain't breaking no bread. But
Okay, so let me ask y'all this question. Did y'all hear that he's stopping income tax?
Say
yeah,
what?
Yeah, he's stopping the income taxes.
Can you elaborate on that?
There will be no more income taxes. You don't have to file income taxes anymore. It's done. He's talking about it's going to be some external thing going on. So I don't know how that works. He didn't explain how it works. I would like to know more about it. So I'm just curious about that. So that's why I didn't want to really touch on it until
technically he can't do that though, because you got to get that voted from the Senate and stuff like that too.
Yeah, but what if he signed an executive order? Because that's what he's been going crazy with that
He
thing.
didn't sign he couldn't sign it with that though, but I'm gonna be honest with you, like, he did sign a order of the doggone the birth. I mean, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna get that's a whole nother thing. The birthright situation is kind of weird to me.
It's messed up.
But the man and only man, it could be man and woman. I'm not mad at that, because if you go to the bathroom, if y'all go to the mall or whatever y'all go, it's only 2 bathrooms anyway, and it say man and woman, right? So I don't understand what the pushback for that.
I agree. They still using Willie Lynch, and they succeeding with it because we will not stick together.
Yeah,
we men and women can't even stick together. We all need to be on one accord, because if we don't get on one accord, we're about to be really messed up in the game.
Yeah, it's not good, y'all. And then with the medication, thank you, Tamika, for bringing up the prescription stuff for Medicaid and that's not right, y'all. Like, that's not right. Like, it's just not okay. It's not okay.
A lot of that stuff ain't okay, but the
As someone
Democrats
who
have
has had a parent that had to battle cancer, as someone who had family members that have had illnesses and stuff, and I know how much I've had my own stuff in the past, and I know how much prescriptions can cost, especially for certain illnesses. It's just not okay. You know,
he said the income test is about child support, Moochie. It's about child support.
I want to see how that works out.
It's just a mess.
I want to see how that's going to work now. Because first you said you were stopping taxes. Then you said you were saying if the person has someone on child support, they can no longer claim that child if the man has a support order.
Miss Kay said it might be more of a state-to-state thing when it comes to the taxes.
I believe that with the child support too, because everything is different with that also.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, what you got going on your channel, Detroit?
Oh no, I'm just sitting there, taking a break for, sometimes you got to just take a break from social media, and people attitudes is flaring up about this election. So, you don't want to argue. When you respect people, you don't want to argue with people about politics and stuff. I learned that with like my uncles let me know about Fat Joe and Lord Jamar, and them dudes used to be cool, and now politics have made them don't even like each other no more. So sometimes you got to stay away from the I'm a chill. You just got to stay and just like leave people alone and don't bring up no politics, because that stuff is a whole. That's why I don't really like talking about politics, because people just have different things they want to say, and everybody just start arguing, which it shouldn't be that deep, because these people don't care about us.
No, they don't.
Well,
So
I will say that once upon a time, I know y'all are, older than me respectfully, but once upon a time in America, I think it was like that. I remember there was a time where you didn't really discuss politics at work and with friends in social settings, or, we had no social media back then, but there was a time where it was as simple as you voted for Al Gore, I voted for Bush, and kumbaya. That was once upon a time, but we have to understand the climate of politics has changed, and Trump is a huge part of that. And once that shift happened in 2015, 2016, we've never been the same again. So we used to have that, Detroit. I miss those times, but sadly, you can't really have the ideology of, oh, well, because these new policies and things that are being placed are really have a negative impact on a lot of civilians, and it's gotten very nasty in politics. It's gotten very, very nasty.
I wish it was back then. You didn't talk about who you voted for.
Yep.
It wasn't discussed. And I wish it could go back to that.
Me too. Man.
I feel like that's like we shouldn't talk about it. That's why I try to stay neutral when I do talk about it. But I don't know. We're gonna be in store for a lot of stuff. Who knows? Maybe some things good, some things bad. I don't know.
Right.
But
I just think we need to
raise the bad. I'll say it like that.
I'm gonna say it like this. I just think we need to just worry about ourselves, because some of them things, and it might be self-me saying that some of them things Trump about to do don't have nothing to do with Black Americans.
Some.
I'm not saying all, but I said some of those things don't have nothing to do with us. I think we just need to mind our business. Y'all, people, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, y'all wanted him in here, so y'all got to deal with it.
Yeah, but that's only part of it. I read something yesterday about him forcing federal workers to have no longer having remote as an option. That's a big deal.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all gonna disagree. I don't see nothing wrong with that, because I'm just saying, when I was helping my uncle, because he's a veteran and I helped him do some things, it would take them like a week or two to get back to do stuff, and they're at home.
That's not necessarily true, because when I worked from home, sometimes when you work from home, they give you more work and you're actually more busy and it's more chaotic than it is sometimes in the office. But I'm being honest. I'm not, of course, it's not a one size fits all. There are definitely some people who slack off, but I'm also telling you, like, there's people who, trust me.
Moni, that's federal though. That's federal workers.
Not always, because I didn't have a federal job when I.
That's the ones that need to get back. The ones that's dealing with like the Social
Security. All federal jobs don't need to be in an office. Setting is what I'm trying to say. Like, not every government federal job you need to necessarily drive to an office 5 days a week, especially if you live in certain cities. Especially if you live in New York and you have to pay. Some people really pay to go to work in New York. They have to either drive or they take the subway. Like, it's
about to get crazy.
It's not. I don't think it's a one size fits all, and I think that's too. I don't know. I just think that's too big of a rule to just lay out the land for everybody. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair.
Okay, so with that being said, I don't want to dig too much into that, but I do want to come back to some of these subjects. But we getting ready to start this watch party. If you didn't click on the link to join the Discord, you need to do so. And that is our show for this evening. I want to thank y'all for coming through. Please hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here. And we out, y'all. Thank you for coming through.
Bye.
Peace.
Put me up in that algorithm and holla at your girl.